Okay, so here's a piece of writing that I wrote recently that is not very edited. I think it's going to be called Empty Matches for whatever reason. That's what came to me. Um, Before I share it, I want to share a part of uh, what I feel the inspiration was. So this is like a piece about those kinds of heartbreaks, whether big or small, right? That really are like heart openings. And they've always been only heart openings for me. That's the way that they feel and what I know to be true of heartbreak, because the heart can't really be broken. It's really just the shell and the kind of whatever belief or the trust that we put into something. And when you really break that down, it's like all we have is this breath and all we have is this nothing, right? So yeah, but heartbreak sucks. I mean, it's a human thing. And so anyway, this piece is, to me, it holds the duality of that feeling of eagerness for the lightness of space and eagerness for the freedom from the bondage of self and the bondage of the human experience, but also this feeling of like having to really feel that and express within it and through it. You know, it's not just, you can't have one without the other while we're here anyway. And it weaves in a little bit of things that I'm really inspired by that Pema Chodron teaches. And I've listened to a lot of her YouTube videos, and there's something that she talks about groundlessness. And she has a book called When Things Fall Apart, I think. I have it. I just don't remember the title right now. But yeah, it's like talking about that. And when everything's just like gone, or, you know, you're faced with your humanity, and it's a very naked feeling, and it's real though. It's where everything exists. It's where all the freedom that you're constantly, like, we're constantly wanting and thinking certain things will bring this kind of experience. And, you know, and all experiences are fleeting and momentary. You know, what depends on the magnifying glass that you're looking through with time, but there really is no real, like, solution. There's no real answer. There's no safety net. There's nothing. But like in that nothing is everything. So I really felt that in this piece. And also I felt, as you'll see, this weaving of the elements. So like still has this like earthiness to it of knowing that these elements are working with, I'll speak for myself, with me. And someone that I speak about here, my mentor, spiritual teacher, Linda Starwolf, she taught me a lot about the elements, and she uses them, you know, throughout her work that she does, and the way that she's oriented with them, I really relate to. And so that kind of comes out a little bit in my writing here also. So yeah, that's all I'm going to say right now. So here, I'll read it for you. Never read it before, so it may be kind of awkward, but navigating around obstacles that give me false direction, heartbreaks that have caused me to befriend shallow affection, attention, I wait, fissures in this foundation, blessed release of ground, staring into unknown darkness, mirrored glass falling all around me, space shattering. I weep internally with wonder at the ultimate gravity of being sensitive and alive. Both restricted by time and ephemeral, glowing like lightning bugs in a jar, wept with me, they begin to blink, both. Ignited and diminished, faced in the face with my humanity. Out of ashes do I walk as free woman and free man, both within me, blazed to carry, hand in hand, the windows and the waves, crashed for another day to say, I know nothing and it's complete. Open up the cellar darkness. Up from soil comes its riches. Like mulled wine to mull over silently, yet so vibrantly. Hold me in your blessed gate. In Father Time does I unfurl in me, unveiled, and yet unseen, the light, the dark, the whole of me. Father Time and Mother Whisperer wheel me in to know myself as a sister of the waves and of the soil, in the air and of the fire's boil. Boil me down till nothing's left, taken with my last breath. Grace for reverence, nothing else remains, except the will for another reign. Friction me not a bit too long, yet please not any shorter than my one life song. Kiss me now, for as I wait, my seed in darkness germinates. Fecundity and lightning rods, my home, my grave, my way to God. So that's that, and I want to explain a little bit more now that you've heard it, where I talk about where is it? There was something that I remembered to say. Yeah, I mean, it seems pretty obvious to me, but the part where I'm like saying friction me not a bit too long, but like not any shorter than my whole life. I mean, I imagine that most people can relate to that, because it's like, you don't want the suffering, you don't want the rock tumbler of life to be like grinding you down so much. But then on the other hand, you do, you need it, you crave it. It's like, don't stop doing that to me, because left of like your own ego and your own human kind of wants, like you're not gonna, like we obviously seek transformation. We want to grow. We want to have healthy lives. Like obviously that's why we do things, to like evolve. But there's also that level of like, we don't know what we need a lot of the times, or like we do the footwork, but it's really this bigger wheel of time and earth and element that comes in to like put the pressure on when it needs to, and give you these surprises, and also the grace to carry through. And so if you like that piece of writing, I think you would really enjoy checking out Linda Starwolf, who like has some really good, really amazing books, and she's doing a lot of work all over the place. But she's somebody who I gave a lot of words to some of this stuff, and I think if you like the way that I've oriented with some of the spiritual themes in that piece of writing, that you might really like her work and people that are connected to her. So thank you so much for witnessing me.